Good morning. It's turned out nice again. How's it going, guys? You alright? So, in this video, we're going to be talking about Mo Salah, or as Fabrizio Romano would say, take your earphones out, as Fabrizio Romano would say, Mo Salah! You know what I'm saying? You had to be there. How's it going, guys? You alright? Okay, so we're going to be talking about Mo. The latest suggestions are that Saudi Arabia's Al Hilal are willing to pay 100 million euros for Mo Salah. That's the initial fee, right? Now, 100 million euros is around 75.5 million sterling, I think, which is a substantial drop-off from the figures that were being quoted last summer, all right? Don't panic too much about that. I mean, first of all, I'm sure you don't want him to go anywhere. But what I mean is, like, that's just one club and one initial valuation. Liverpool, you know, if they approach Liverpool and Liverpool were willing to sell, you know, they're not going to turn around and say, all right, then. They're going to say, you can double that. You know, so, but this is the latest reports, okay? Quite a significant drop. Al Hilal, they were one of the clubs that registered an interest in him last year. It's interesting that there is still this ongoing, interest. I don't like use interesting and interest in the same sentence, but it is interesting that there is ongoing interest in Mo Salah, because I think many of us have been, you know, in a situation of late where we're like, has that all like gone away now? You know, there were suggestions, wasn't there, that he wanted to stay in Europe and play for one of Europe's top teams, was the word coming out of his camp unofficially, but you know, it was Mo still, you know, he can still play at the top for one of Europe's top clubs. It didn't say at the time, it didn't say can stay at Liverpool for several years at the top of his game. It was, no, he can still play for a top European side. There's no conspiracy there. It's, you know, a pretty normal thing that you might say if you were an agent, for example. You know, we've seen suggestions that Liverpool would like to extend his deal, but there's also been chatter from within the club that, well, yeah, that would be good, but, you know, we're not going to, you know, pay more and more and more, and et cetera, you know. So all sorts of speculation and things going on, and we've kind of been left in the dark a little bit, I think that's fair to say. You know, we've seen players that have gone out to Saudi Arabia, people like Jordan Henderson, the obvious connection with Liverpool, that's gone, fuck this, I want to come back, you know, ends up at Ajax, you know, and the league, while there's been all that hype and big money and everything, those of you, you know, like myself, that have put it on and had a mooch around, it's awful, to put it frankly. And, you know, I was very surprised when Jordan Henderson went out there for a start. Now, we know Mo Salah, you know, his background and religion and culture and all that, you know, perfect fit and all that, you know, he'll know the crack. But he could go out there in 2 years' time, right? And so I don't see any urgency on him going out there. Maybe urgency on his agent's part. You know what I'm saying? On what's he called? Run me a bath. Remy's my dog. Remy. It's not Remy a bath. It's Rami. It's not even Remy a bath. It's Remy Abbas. You know, maybe he's up for him going out there. I hope. I hate to see players going out to stuff like that just for money purposes. Well, for other players, maybe for Mo, it would be a different thing. To someone like Jordan Henderson, let's be honest, Jordan Henderson went out there for the money, and it's his own stupid fault if he didn't like it. You know, like what's he expecting? You know, and he's now back at Ajax saying, oh, you know, it's been a while since I've had this atmosphere. Yeah, well, come on, man. You know, what I mean is, like, they're already minted. You know, they're already minted beyond all belief. So, by all means, go out there when you're 34, 35, 36 or something. But if you're at the top of the game, like Mo Salah, for example, knock it off, you know. So, anyway, I think we've all been wondering whether this is still an option, right? And to be honest with you, I'm not sure we're any further clear just from the latest reports that seem to be coming out from that region. But the reason I'm making the video for you is because of the transfer fee that's been quoted, because I think that's a significant drop. And I think many of us, you know, if he was sold, would want to see a substantial fee, 75.5 million. You can forget it, right? I'd rather he run his contract down and stayed with us until whenever. However, the 100 million euro is the fixed fee. You know, that's the initial fee, upfront fee, if you like. That's the transfer fee. But there are suggestions that it could raise by another 50 million euros based on bonuses and the like. Between 25 and 50 million euros, it says in variables. So that's that really. There's not much more I can add to that, guys. But from my point of view, I've been waiting for a while to see if any of these reports start coming out again. So it's interesting. So now we're starting to see that. From my point of view, I'm like, right, will we now start to see a few more things as we start to reach the summer? I welcome your opinions on this, guys. I mean, the video is not very, but exciting or whatever. We're not here to excite anybody. We're here to talk about the facts, the Rafa facts, right? Do you know what I mean? So for me, I just think it was interesting, the transfer fee, the valuation, because I think that's a little bit cheeky. I don't know, is it cheeky? What do you think? I think you'll agree with me. And it's not being biased, it's just like having a laugh or what? So if Mo Salah left, what would you deem the minimum acceptable fee in sterling, right? In pounds? What if he went? What do you expect us? What would you be angry about if it was less than? Do you know what I mean? What do you think? What do you think he's thinking? Do you think he's thinking, I want to stick it out at Liverpool, or do you think now, the Klopp situation is like, well, maybe now is a good time to consider moving on? Someone suggested yesterday, what about PSG? He's always wanted to play for Real Madrid. That opportunity's never presented itself. I get the feeling now, at the present period, I get the feeling, and it is just personal opinion, is that he would rather stay in Europe and see out a couple more years, because, come on, he's world class. He can't go and play in that league at his age, you know what I mean? He can still go up there later, can't he? But do you think the Klopp situation has made any change, what's going on up here? What do you think will happen, basically, is what I'm asking you. All right, so it's not big news or anything, and it is only speculation, but I do think it was worth mentioning that valuation is around £75.5 million. That's if you believe it. But that particular club, they have made noises about him before, but it's not the only club. Do you know what I mean? So someone else might come in and say, well, we'll give you 125 million up front. Maybe he won't go, maybe he'll extend, and maybe he'll stay at Liverpool and see things out. I just think we're entering a period of uncertainty on many fronts. The managerial situation, the sporting director situation, the future of key players, at the club, and maybe even the owners, because if things go wrong, if they don't get this right, the next appointments, and I say appointments plural, because the sporting director position is extremely important. It's not just about the manager. They've got to be chemistry. Those two are going to have to work together and make sure. When I say work together, I don't mean work together on a daily basis. I mean really work together. It's going to have to work. The right combination of experience and promise, if you like. So if they don't get that right, the fans are going to go mental, guys. I mean, I'm not joking here. I think everyone's really calm and relaxed at the moment because we don't want to panic. We want to be all right, yeah? Because things might be absolutely fantastic. Hang on, as Brendan Rodgers would say, fantastic. That might be the case. But if it goes pear-shaped, guys, there'll be fucking hell on. There will. Which I'm dreading, to be honest with you. So anyway, there you go. Mo Salah, £75.5 million. Tell me what you think now. Now we've got something else to go on with the Salah situation, because it's been a while. Tell me your thoughts. Salah, Saudi Arabia, that league in general. Do you see him staying in Europe? Do you think he'll stay with Liverpool? Or are you a bit like me, like maybe he's thinking, let's see what happens on the managerial front, I don't trust his agent, I'll tell you that much. And I know some of you will say, you don't trust any agent. I ain't got a problem with agents normally, because their job is to represent the client, not the football club that we are loyal to. But there are good and bad agents, without a doubt. And I think his agent has been very disrespectful to Liverpool Football Club at times, and also the manager Jurgen Klopp. And I don't think he's very helpful, that guy. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, he might be a nice guy, I don't know, but I think I ain't got time for him, and I don't trust him. All right, guys, it's early morning, so I'm sorry if the video is more gibberish than usual, but I just wanted to bring this to your attention.